and welcome back to another episode of High on Life Daily Vlogs in Bali. This episode, we are going to be teaching you some of the common phrases and greetings in the national language of Indonesia, Bahasa. And we are by no means experts, but we have picked up a lot of useful tricks along the way, and we've learned a little bit about the language that we can at least share something with you that will definitely benefit you on your journey to Bali. So we'll start off with just some of the very basic greetings, something that you will say to somebody when you see them, something that they will probably say to you when they see you. Good morning. Selamat pagi. Selamat pagi. Good evening. Selamat malam. Selamat malam. How are you? Apa kabar? Apa kabar? Good. Baik. And there is a K at the end, but it's kind of cut off early. So it's not bike, it's bike. But there's a K. Thank you. Terima kasih. Terima kasih. See you again or see you later. Sampai jumpa. Sampai jumpa. This language is actually quite easy to just read and say and pronounce and have somebody who speaks Bahasa to understand you. There is a little bit of a, accent that you should put on the words that you'll probably notice I use, like rolling your R's. For the most part, it's actually quite an easy language to just pick up, read it out, say it to somebody, and have them actually understand you. So that's very helpful in Bahasa. So now let's do some numbers. This is actually very crucial because everything that you do will probably have some kind of a transaction with money, which are all number based. So it would be very helpful for you to know at least the 1 to 10 and then how to say 1,000 at the end of all of those numbers. So let's start, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Break it down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, with Indonesian money, they use the rupiah. For some reason, they use very large quantities of it for everything and anything. So you're never gonna get anything under like 100 rupiah. So they do everything in the thousands. So how the numbers work in increments of tens, the hundreds, and the thousands. For 10, you would use pulu. For hundreds, you would say ratus. And for thousands, it would be ribu. You probably won't use ratus very much, but you will use pulu and ribu all the time. So learn this part. So here we've got 5,000. And this would be 10,000. Next we have 20,000. Makes sense, right? Starting to get the hang of this? This would be 50,000, 50,000. And finally, the biggest bill you're gonna see, the red one, often the one that you're gonna get out of the ATM, and a lot of people don't like to break it because you're gonna buy something small with this huge bill, but you don't have any other choice because that's what the ATM gave you, is 100,000. It's that simple. It's a little tricky at first, and it'll obviously take a little bit of time to get used to, but the formula is quite simple, and you spend a day or two working on it, and you've got numbers down. It's really cool. Apa kabar?
Baik.
Minta tolong 1 ayam goreng,
Yes.
2 nasi putih, dan 1 capcay.
1 ayam pesisir, 2 nasi putih, 1 capcay.
Betul. Makasih.
Sama-sama.
Shall we grab a seat? So next up in our Bahasa for Beginners tutorial is the food section. Personally, one of my favorite sections because I love food more than anyone. So we are now located at a warung close to home. A warung is basically just the Bahasa term for a local restaurant or a small restaurant. Alright, so the first thing that you should know is how to order. So we're gonna say, please can I have, or I'd like to order, which is minta tolong. Now from here you can pretty much use any of the following words that I'm about to teach you. Drink, minuman, food, makanan, chicken, ayam, rice, nasi, noodles, mie, vegetables, sayur, beef, daging, fish, ikan. Now on top of that, you can use the word goreng for fried, which you'll notice a lot actually because one of the main dishes here in Indonesia everywhere is nasi goreng, which is rice fried. But you can use it with anything else too. Ayam goreng, fried chicken. You know what I mean. So if you want your food spicy, that's where sambal comes in. Sambal is actually used pretty much all around the world. You may be familiar with it already. It's basically a sauce or a paste made out of chopped up chili peppers. Now if you want to say spicy, you would use the word pedas. Or if you want it extra spicy, you can literally say extra pedas.
Terima kasih.
So let's move on to drinks. Let's say you want water. You would ask for air. And if you want cold water, you'd say air sejuk. Now, when you get a bottle of something, generally a liquid, a beverage, they'll have small and they'll have large. They'll ask if you want kecil, which is small, or large, which is besar. For beer, you can pretty much just get by using the brand name Bintang. Now, Bintang is the #1 beer in Indonesia, and you can pretty much just say, I'll have a Bintang. And there's nothing wrong with Bintang. It's a nice, enjoyable, refreshing Pilsner. Generally, any drink that you order will have a ton of sugar in it. You can ask for it without sugar, or you could say, do not put sugar, and then you would say, tidak pakai gula. If you don't want your coffee with milk, you would say, tidak susu. So let's try putting in a full order right now. Please can I have fried rice and a small bintang? Minta tolong nasi goreng dan bintang kecil. Hello. Alright. Awesome. Terima kasih. Alright, so as you can see here, I've got my 2 white rice, fried chicken, and then this is chapchai. Basically, a mixture of vegetables in a soupish broth. Now, one thing to note here about chapchai, it's not pronounced cap K. Anytime that you see the letter C, in Bahasa, it's going to be a CH sound, a ch sound. Pretty much anytime, 100%. So a cap K is a chapchai. When ordering food, they may ask you if you want it here or if you're taking it away, takeaway. Desini would be here, and bungkus is takeaway. We are eating desini. Let's eat. If you like the food that you're eating and it tastes good, makanan enak sekali. That means the food is delicious or very good. Hello. Berapa? Oh, and then they got the calculator out. So what do we got? Delapan ribu. Drop one of those. Makanan enak sekali. Sampai jumpa.
Sampai jumpa.
Oke. Terima kasih.
Hey, it's me, Josh. I'm just gonna jump in and tag team with Parker, and I'm gonna give you 10 bonus phrases or little words that you probably will use while you're out here. This one is for directions. So for left, you would say kiri, and for right, you would say kanan. Another thing that you might use is you might want to refer to yourself, or you might want to refer to somebody else. So to refer to yourself, you say saya, which means I, or you means kamu. If you want to say that you're from somewhere, because you're going to be meeting people here and they're going to ask you where you're from, you can say saya dari wherever the country you're from. So let's say I'm from Canada, I would say saya dari Canada. Let's say you're conversing with somebody and you want to say that you understand. You would say saya tahu or saya faham. Sometimes when you're on the road, you'll see a sign that says hati-hati, H-A-T-I-H-A-T-I. And that essentially means caution, which probably means something's dangerous up ahead. So maybe you're going to be buying something from the local knick-knack paddywhack shop and you want to buy something as a souvenir and you want to ask them how much something is. You would bring the item to them and say, ini berapa? Which means, how much is this? You know, when you're going to be scootering, you're going to be needing a lot of petrol if you're going to be taking a trip somewhere very far. To ask for petrol, you say, minta petrol. Minta is ask, and petrol is, you know. Okay, let's say you're going somewhere and you want to ask if this taxi or this person riding a scooter can take you there. You would ask them, boleh pergi ke blank, the place that we are going. So let's say I want to go to Ubud. I would say, boleh pergi ke Ubud? You're at a restaurant and you're allergic to something in their food and you want to tell them to not use that ingredient because you're allergic to it. You would say this, tidak pakai blank karena saya allergic. For example, you're allergic to milk and you don't want them to put milk in your smoothie. You would say, tidak pakai susu karena saya allergic. And this is the last one. It's a bonus for you all. If you don't want somebody to disturb you, you would say, jangan ganggu saya. Jangan means don't, ganggu means disturb, and saya means me.
Leave me alone.
Keep those words and phrases in mind for when you're traveling next to Indonesia. They are for sure to help you on your everyday travels. When you speak the local language to the locals, they are so happy and so grateful that you can speak it to them. It would add another layer of connection between you and a local. And you know what? That's it. That's fine.
So I hope you enjoyed today's language lessons. The rest of the guys with High on Life have been here for 1.5 to 2 months in Bali. I think we should put them to the test and see just how well they can retain their Bahasa knowledge. Shall we?